See, I was looking back to when I went outside as a little kid, and I will always see the ant piles. And as a little kid, you'll see the ant piles, and sometimes, like, you're a kid, so it seems kind of wrong, but you will step on the ant pile, right? And automatically, you step on the ant pile because you know the ants automatically are flying out, right? Ants are flying out, and they're just panicking, boom, boom, like going crazy. And I was looking back at that. While I was looking back, I just finished my workout, and I was just kind of like talking, just trying to, I sometimes I do motivational talks to myself. I think that it kind of adds up. I just like to talk and you know discover new things, create new philosophies and stuff like that with my head. Like not something big, but with my head. And I thought about the ants and how when you step on the ant pile, sometimes we think that they're automatically panicking. Like when you step on the ant pile, they go crazy, right? And you just start seeing a lot of them coming up. But it took me a minute to realize that the ants weren't panicking, but they were quick to rebuild what was destroyed. And so much I think about how that can relate to our lives today. I mean, we as human beings have been through some things. And obviously, like, this life isn't easy to anybody. To some, it's like, I think, believe it's fun. Life is fun, and life has a lot of moments where it's great. But life also has a lot of moments when it's hard too, right? It's not life isn't comfortable. That's what I would say. Like life can be fun, but it isn't comfortable. And I think when we go through those moments where we are being pushed into uncomfortable position, uncomfortable boundaries and stuff, that it can really play with our minds sometimes. Some people have actually been through some rough stuff. Whether it's breakups, loss of a family member, something very traumatic, and these things have really affected people, right? And to them and to those people who go through things, I've been through things where I've lost family members, and I've been through some things that kind of traumatized me in a way. But I think most of that we should be able to realize that we can't stay there. And before I even go over there, I want to tell you that before, like I say, you can't really stay there. Before I go into that, I want to say that it is okay to grieve, right? And I know a lot of people are like, they tell you like, oh well, you just gotta like not show any emotion and not like. I don't know a single human being who doesn't show an emotion ever, right? I think the key thing is that you have to realize that you are human and you have those emotions for a reason. Yeah, you don't have to share them with everybody, but you have to realize that you have them. You know, realize that you are with you, right? You are a part of yourself. You don't treat yourself like a whole other human being. You are a part with yourself. Like you are actually your soul, your mind is in you. Like you know yourself. So quit trying to hide things from yourself, man. If you went through some stuff, man, it's okay to just to like to really just not be okay in the moment. It's okay. God hears you. God sees you. It's okay to go talk to God. You know, Tell him about the things you're going through. He's going to listen. He hears you every single time. He's willing to listen. He loves to talk to you. And I think that we must realize that, when we don't really deal with it, like as far as like letting the stuff that we go through out, all that does is prolong the more time we go through it or the more time it affects us. Because we are then staying with it. Like we're not showing it, but it's in us. We're not showing it, but it's bothering us, right? And we're staying with it. And so that's why I tell you, man, it's okay to go through. People will tell you, oh, well, like the people show that life is really going to always be, dandelions and stuff, and it's not. It's not, and it's going to beat you up, man. It's going to beat you up. That's just how it is. It's going to beat you up at times, but you still, at the end of the day, have a choice. Because life does get hard, right? But life also has great moments. Don't let hard moments dictate how you live your life. Don't let hard moments make you live in other hard moments. See, I think about it all the time is that, like I said, we have a choice. When we go through those things, man, when we go through things that actually, like, probably will dismantle us and crush us, and like beat us down, we have a choice. We can say, hey, like, man, this isn't good. I don't like this, and this is really beating me up. Or you can look at it face to face, and you can say, well, man, but this can be something, right? It's okay to grieve about what you're going through, but it's okay to also look at the situation and be like, hey, I can turn this over to my good. This can work over in my favor. Like one thing I said when I was kind of trying to figure out how the way to go through things, like to kind of like overcome things. I mean, is I said this when I was like around probably 15, 16. I said that life can either be your best friend or it can be your worst enemy. And I've always stuck to that because when I looked at life as my worst enemy, man, I was beat up. I was beat up, man, and I was at a very low point in my life, and I kept looking at it as like, my worst enemy constantly. But it was a time where it switched, and I began like look at it as life is my best friend. I was like, what if I look at it like that, right? And when I looked at it like that, I made so much progress. I mean, I started losing weight. My mentality started sharpening. I started being able to deal with those things better. And it's so beautiful to look at all the time because it's really your choice. Life will try to put you in positions where it feels like, man, I have no choice, man, just to be sad. But it's your choice. Kirk Franklin, he makes a song, I Smile. Even when it's dark, I smile. Look over your life. Even when, things aren't going my way, I smile. Even though, I'm lost and I don't know where I'm going in my future, I smile. Look at those things. Because when you smile through things, when you take a situation, you look at it for what it is, man, like it's okay to grieve through it. But when you finally get out that mode and you realize, hey, man, it's time to like get back, you look at that situation like, man, I can smile through this. That's why I said like the ants, when we look at those ants, man, sorry. When we look at those ants, when those ants get in the fire, when you step on those ants, I mean, when you step on those ants, they panic. You think they panic, but they go back to rebuilding. I mean, think about it. Those ants probably spent a long time building up that whole pile, building up a pile of sand and making it suitable for the queen ant to live in. They spent a long time doing that. And then it takes like a clumsy little kid or a curious little kid to go step on the ant pile, ruin all the ants' work. That took a minute. And the first response to the ants is to go and fix it right back up again. You may have been broken. You may have been, going through things in your life. But it's time to fix it. And not you, but let God fix it. It's time to let God rebuild, what was broken. If you went through some things that really messed you up, man, it's time to let God fix it. And not to just rebuild it, but let Him make it stronger than what it was before. The beautiful thing is that God is here for us. Life is hard, but God is here for us. And God makes life livable. God makes life suitable for us. I think it's beautiful that we realize, that story of the ants so much, because when I looked at it, I realized that, hey, like, I can go through things and He can really tear me down, but I can always be built back up. And so in this life, realize that, yeah, things are out here and it's hard and situations are tough. And you may get broken down. You might get teared down. Your girl may have cheated on you, man. You may have lost a family member, bro. You might have lost your job, bro. You might just be, life may just actually just be like, not good. But God is still good. Right? And because God is still good, you will be built up again. And God will make you stronger. And when you go through more situations, realize that these are overcomable things. I mean, back then, maybe I was going through things by myself. But now I have God. And so whatever situation that pulls up, hey, I got God. I don't care. God can take care of this. Jesus says that come ye all who are heavy laden, I will give you rest. He will give you rest. Jesus will deal with your problems. Jesus will help you out. You just gotta trust in Him. Right? The things that you go through and life that you go through, they will challenge you and they'll beat you up. But realize resilience, discipline, and a strong mind for Christ will keep you up. And yeah, sometimes it'll feel like those things will run out. It seems like, man, I just don't have no more discipline in me. I don't have no more consistency in you. But guess what you do have? You have the discipline and the consistency to continue to trust in God. And that's what you should be doing to start off with. So trust in the Lord, believe in Him, man, and realize that your situation, you're not living your life based off of, what's happened to you. You can change that. You can smile instead. I remember when I would go to funerals, this is my last story, but I remember I go to funerals, when they'll have words, talk about the person, there's always somebody who says, man, every single time I saw this person before they died, they always were smiling. Like it never had like this frown on their face. No matter what they were going to do, I was smiling. That's the person I want to be. Whatever I'm going through, I want to smile, man. I want to keep my head up. I don't want to have my head down and be all, sad. And like it's time with stuff. It does that to you, man. It's life. Sometimes it does it to you. But I want to smile, right? So work on being a smile, because one thing about pain, one thing about the things you go through, if you just let go and let the pain, if you ride the wave of pain, it's gonna lead you nowhere. Keep riding the wave of pain and look how far it gets you, right? It gets you somewhere that you don't want to be, and it gets you to even deeper pains. Pains like quicksand. But if you look at that pain and you say, yeah, I'm going through some things, and because I'm going through things, I should be sad, but I don't want to be sad. God has given me life. I don't want to be sad. He's giving me a brand new day. I want to be happy today. That event happened that day, but today's a new day. I want to live happy. Happiness, one thing I realize is that happiness is a choice. A lot of times we think that happiness is based off of what happens around us, or what is a result of what happens to us, or what is the result of our actions. Happiness is a choice. You choose to be happy, just like you choose to be sad. It's a choice. You see a situation in front of you, and it's bad, you can still choose to be happy or sad, man. So in your life, realize that you have a choice. And realize that it's okay to grieve. It's okay to be down. But what's not okay is to stay down. Because when we stay down, we don't get nowhere. But when we are down for a little bit, then we go through that stuff. And that stuff that really like taunts us and hurts us, man. It's okay to grieve, man. It's rough. It's rough stuff. But take time. Look at it for what it is. But not only look at it for what it is, but look at it for what it could be. Look at how you could turn that pain into something. Every day I think about that you have a life to live, and that you have life on this earth, and that you don't have a whole bunch of time to sit in your pain. You have some time maybe to think about it, like, get out all the stuff you need to get out. But at the end of the day, you're still breathing. You went through that thing, but you're still breathing. That pain hurt, but it did not kill you. So keep moving forward. So that's what I encourage you to do. I encourage you in this life to keep moving forward. Life may be hard, but life is also beautiful. Don't think because the things you're going through that the world is gray. It's not. The world has a lot of things in it. To be honest with you, the world is mostly evil, right? But this world was still created by God. Go out, step outside, enjoy His nature. If you feel like you can't enjoy anything, enjoy nature. Enjoy food. Enjoy something. Enjoy working out. Enjoy, sculpting your body. Do something, right? First off, get in the Word of God. Enjoy His words, His comfort. Those are the things that we see and that we find in Christ Jesus. So in this world, choose victory. You'll go through some things, but regardless of what you're going through, and regardless of how much the stuff's bothering you, See it for what it is. Yeah, hey man, this isn't it hurts, but then see what it can be, and then choose victory. God bless you, and God keep you.